Hey there, it's Victoria McCooey back with day 26 of your 30-day challenge, 30 ways in 30 days to face divorce fearlessly. Here is your day 26 strategy. Set boundaries. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of the fear around divorce is that a lack of control, right? So you feel out of control, and that makes you fearful. So this is a great way to dispel a lot of the fear that you have around being out of control. So, for example, let's take the fear I hear mostly from my community is being harassed by their ex. All right. A lot of the women in my community and my clients are divorcing narcissistic husbands. They're either coming out of abusive or controlling marriages. And they're thinking the abuse was so bad, the harassing, all the toxicity was so bad in the marriage, and he doesn't want the divorce. So now he's losing control. How is that going to manifest? How is that going to be for me? It's going to be exponentially worse. The harassment's going to be exponentially more. So there's fear around that. So how do you take the control? How do you set boundaries so that you don't have that harassment? You call the shots. If you're getting harassing texts, and I know they come at work, they come when you're with the kids, you communicate with him very unemotionally, however you communicate, email, call, whatever, and say, I will no longer accept a text from you if it is not about the children. That is the only reason we need to be communicating. If it is not about the children, the logistics of the children, medical issue with the children, then you are not to text me. If you want to talk about anything else, you email me. And then you can accept that you read the email when it's the right time for you, but you're not going to get these crazy texts. And you say to me, well, I can say that, but it's still going to happen. Well, no, you say, I will block your number if you do send one more harassing text to me. So I hear you. You don't want to block his number because what if the kids are with him and something happens and he needs to text you immediately? Or if that's how the children contact you, is by using their phone to call you. All right, so you unblock the phone when the children are with him, but tell him if the children are with you, you are going to block his number, and he'll have to email you. And if there's an emergency, you're going to email him. So that is a way around it. They're not going to like it, no, but you have to follow through and keep on it. Stay consistent. Do not falter on this, or it all goes out the window. And eventually, it's going to lose its appeal. I mean, if he's not getting the rise out of you that is what's feeding it, then it becomes no fun, and he's going to stop. All right, so you can take control of that. You just may not know it yet, but you do have that power. All right, the next fear I hear is that he will poison the children against me. All right, so a lot of times the ex will tell the children a one-sided version of what is happening between the parents. The divorce is all your mother's fault. I don't want this divorce. It's your mother. It's all your mother. Your mother is the reason that our family is falling apart. Put all the blame on you. Tell intimate details of what's happening or whatever. Totally inappropriate. And then the children take it out on you. They're mad at you. They won't speak to you. They're being rude to you. How do you set boundaries to stop that from happening? You tell your children that you will not discuss adult details that are between you and their father. It is not appropriate. Maybe one day when they're older and this is all far behind you, you might be able to discuss it in a different way. But right now, that is not their business. It is not something children need to hear about. and that they have to trust that you're doing what's best for you and them, and that they are entitled to their emotions. They may be angry, they may be upset, that's fine, but they cannot be disrespectful. The rules still apply. You have to set the boundaries. You can be upset, but you cannot be rude to me. If I ask you a question, you must answer. Choose not to speak to me, but if I ask you a question, you must answer. And you cannot say rude things to me. There will be consequences. All right, you think, oh no, but I don't want to upset them more, like they already hate me. Let me tell you, it's going to be worse for you if you let them walk all over you, if you let them take control. They think they want to test. These are all uncharted waters. They don't know where the boundaries are. You have to make the boundaries very firm, and they will get it, and they will be respectful, and they will come around. They think they want the power. They think they want to control your emotions, but then once they do, that's even scarier to them. To think that you're so out of control that they are now driving the bus. Children don't really want that. All right, so that's how you take the control back, by setting boundaries around the ex poisoning your children. All right, the last one I want to talk about is the fear of my family will turn against me. All right, in a lot of people's families, there is still a lot of humiliation around divorce, or negativity, or they see it as a disgrace, an embarrassment, a failure. You know, this still happens even today. A lot of people feel like they're really disappointing their family if they get a divorce. Well, only you know what's best for you. You're an adult, and it's your marriage, and you are the one who has to decide that. So if your family is a negative influence, is trying to change your mind or wear you down or make you feel bad or make you feel guilty, all that negativity is not good for you right now. I mean, it's hard enough, right? So here's what you do to set a boundary around that. You communicate to your family either in person or a group text or a group email or however you communicate. And in the most loving and respectful way, you say, I understand how you feel, and that you may feel that you don't support or understand my decision, but I ask you to trust me that I know that this is what's best for me, and I ask you to support and love me through it. If you find you cannot do that, you cannot be there for me right now, then I ask you to respect my boundaries, and that I cannot be around that negativity. It is hard enough to get through a divorce with support and love from your family. If there's toxicity and negativity, it's unimaginably hard. So I ask that you keep distance from me if you cannot support me, and then maybe one day after I've gotten through this and I'm on the other side, maybe we can reconnect. You set those boundaries. You have the right. You're an adult. It is your life. So those were my suggestions for how to set boundaries so that you can take a lot of the fear away from your divorce. That's your day 26. I hope to see you next time for day 27.